Our anechoic chamber, in conjunction with a very low noise microphone, we're able to resolve even very quiet sounds because there's an absence of background noise. One thing we might do in the anechoic chamber is to measure the response of a system, whether that be the frequency response or the time response. In this case, we can measure both at once with a machine like this or with a computer with software like that.
The room we're in is a laboratory called an anechoic chamber. Anechoic chambers are used for standardized testing and research. We run the nation's only independent building performance consulting lab, and we work in all the areas of human sensation. Well, we started out in a different site, and our interests were acoustics and lighting in the open plan office. And we were one of the first groups in the United States to start to measure those quantities and to start to look at them perceptually rather than in terms of engineering. This anechoic chamber in particular has been known as one of the quietest in the world for the last 10 years. What makes it quiet is how you keep the outside noise from coming in. This anechoic chamber is a 6-sided chamber floating on I-beams and springs in a pit. And then it has a 5-sided over chamber over that. And then it has a 12-inch concrete building around that. And we're in an area of Minneapolis that doesn't have a whole lot of background noise. At the tip of these wedges, the room is 8 by 10 by 12. There's a huge amount of space contained in the wedges and behind the wedges. The airplane cable floor is much more expensive, but it allows fewer reflections to cause anomalies in the measurement. The wedges on all sides absorb any reflections of sound. So in an anechoic chamber, the idea is there's no diffuse sound, there's no room effect. There's simply the sound from the source, like my voice, and nothing else.
Inside the test chamber, we have an anechoic chamber and a sound source, which in this case happens to be a head and torso simulator, or HATS. He's got a loudspeaker in his microphone, and we're measuring that as a reference with this reference microphone. The loudspeaker is connected to the analyzer outside the chamber. The microphone is connected to the analyzer outside the chamber. The analyzer plays the swept sound wave. It comes out of his mouth, travels through time, and hits the microphone, and we measure the response of that. The touch of a button, like so. The benefit of the anechoic chamber is that we have no reflection from room surfaces, as anything that hits these walls will be absorbed.
We've had many people in here who have walked in the room and walked right out of the room because they feel very claustrophobic. We've had reporters who couldn't make it for more than a minute sitting in the dark in this room. And we've had other people who thought it was incredibly comfortable. A lot of it has to do with the claustrophobia of the room, with the fact that having no pressure on your ears feels like your ears are pressurized and you feel disoriented. The two principal tools of orientation are gone. You can't hear anything, you can't see anything, and you just have to be comfortable with the nothingness. And some people are comfortable with it, some people are way too introspective to be comfortable with it.